Right now, abortion remains legal in the state of Michigan, but the state is on the very edge of that procedure becoming illegal. As Kim mentioned, there is a law in the books that has been put on hold now by the court. So what happens now that Roe v. Wade has been overturned? Let's get to Grant Herms with that part of the story. Grant?
Well, Jason, Attorney General Dana Nessel says she will not be defending or enforcing that 1931 law if it does remain on the books. And then just this afternoon, Governor Gretchen Whitmer asking the state Supreme Court to step in immediately to clear up any confusion.
In the wake of the Supreme Court ruling on abortion, Michigan's laws in limbo, on hold by court order after a lawsuit from Planned Parenthood. The governor urging the state Supreme Court to take up the case again.
I think that there's a lot of questions that we don't have the answer to, and that's why it's so critical that the Supreme Court render a decision.
Anti-abortion groups celebrating the decision, but saying if Attorney General Dana Nessel doesn't defend or enforce the state's snapback law, she shouldn't be reelected.
If the Attorney General doesn't want her to do her job, then maybe she needs to be voted out of office in November.
Nessel responding sharply this afternoon.
I don't remember them being upset when Mike Cox and Bill Schuette didn't enforce the payroll fraud laws or environmental laws. So I don't understand how they can say that I don't deserve to be in office because I have chosen not to enforce a law that I know will affect the health, welfare, and safety of the 2.2 million women of reproductive age that call Michigan home. I will not place their lives in jeopardy.
Anti-abortion groups and the Michigan State Legislature have set aside money for a legal fund to defend the law and a new bill in the state House that would make abortions a felony if that snapback law is struck down in court.
Our House legal team is reviewing it, as are the Senate, the Republican Senate legal team in Michigan. So we're just going to, go from there.
Now, there's also one other thing happening here, a petition to make abortion part of Michigan state constitution that would overrule essentially this 1931 law. If it does stay on the books, is in the works right now. Signatures are being gathered. Anti-abortion groups and state Republicans are calling this petition radical unlimited abortion. They are vowing to fight against it. The signatures, Jason, are due for that on July 11th. Back to you.
All right, Grant, we appreciate it.